Hello guys, and welcome once again to Savannah Essence. Today we are making a rice and oatmeal milk soap, and I'm using these two natural ingredients. Rice has amino acids which helps with anti-aging, and then oat also has collagen in it and helps with skin elasticity, making you stay young and youthful and glowy and smooth skin. So to start off, I'm going to start making the rice milk, which is an easy process. So this is soaked rice. So all you need to do is to wash your rice, whichever brand of rice you have. You can use local rice, normal rice, brown rice, and then you soak it. So I soaked mine for 24 hours. And then once I have that soaked and it's time, all I need to do is to blend it into a nice liquid paste, and then I can sieve it and I have my milk. So it's quite a simple process to do this. There are alternatives. There are people who like to use cooked rice. I prefer the normal plain rice or uncooked rice because I believe that that's the way I get most of the nutrients out of the milk or out of the rice, but you can also decide to boil yours depending on which one you prefer. I'm using a normal kitchen blender. This is what I will use to blend it to give me a very smooth paste. So I'll take it to the blender, I'll take it to go blend, and then I'll be right back. So after blending, I now need a sieve, so I will get a smooth sieve, or a sieve that has small, how do I say it? The sieve is small so that I get a finer result. So this is how I sieve it. I kind of like let the liquid part come out and then leave the residue. I need, because rice are grains, even though I soaked it overnight, I would need to still blend this for a second time just to get it smooth and to get all my milk out. As you can see, I still have some residue in the blender, so I need to get all of that smooth and easy going. So that's what I'm going to do. So I reblend this, and I will get back. Rice is expensive these days. I don't know where you are, but rice is expensive where I am. So I try as much as possible to get all the rice milk I can get from this batch. So we've blended it for the second time, and I'm just going to get all my milk out of this rice. And if you have a cloth that makes the squeezing out easy, that's much better. I'm using this sieve that also does an excellent job. So this is our rice milk. As you can see, it's creamy, it's nice, the texture is amazing, and this is how to make your simple rice milk. So you can just use rice milk and make your rice milk soap, but I want to add oats to it because of its soothing properties. So for the oats, I don't have to soak it overnight, I just soak it for 5 minutes. Again, I am going to blend this after 5 minutes just to get a smooth milk, You can just soak your oats in and not blend it and just use it like that. So it depends on your preference. I like to have a smoother milk to use with. If you want some more or less like an exfoliating bar soap, you could just opt out not to blend it. So I'll set that aside and let it soak whilst I start prepping the soap making itself. For the soap, based on the properties that I've already mentioned about the rice and the oats, this is going to be a soap for sensitive skin, so it's going to be a very mild bar of soap. And so I am going to have some butters, a lot more butters than oils for this particular soap. So I am just going to prep my lye water. So I've already measured my lye. I'm going to add my lye to the water, and then I'll let that start to dissolve, and then I'll also set that aside whilst I start prepping the oils for this particular soap. So if you have a sensitive skin and you've tried a bunch of soaps that are a bit harsh on your skin, you'd want to try something like this. So again, using shea butter and cocoa butter, those are the butters that I'm using, and because like I said, I want this to be a mild bar soap, so I'm going to have a lot of shea butter and a little bit of cocoa butter. I will leave the recipe in the description box, and then you can also give it a try or tweak it whichever way you want. So the cocoa butter, the batch of cocoa butter that I got from the supplier is not good, so I've been using it to make just handmade soaps, personalized soaps. It's not bad, but they made the nuts to burn, so it has this brownish color. We don't make cocoa butter at Savannah Essence. We have a supplier for it, and so when I got it, because we've cultivated a relationship over time, I decided to keep it, to use it for my personal stuff. So you can see the cocoa butter is a bit brownish than. So we are going to use castor oil, and then I think we'll also use some Baobab oil again, and then some coconut oil. Yeah, so you can get all these oils from Asia Savannah Essence. All you need to do is go to www.savannahessence.com, and you can purchase most of these your oils from us. So all the oils that we used in this recipe, you can find it at savannahessence.com. This is our coconut oil, and this is the oils that we'll be using for this soap batch. So we will also set those ones aside, and I'm going to use the heat transfer method. So I'm going to pour in my dissolved lye into my butters. The dissolved lye is very hot, so what we do is that once it is hot enough to be able to melt your butters. So instead of going to melt your butters and getting a liquid oil, you pour your lye water into it and then you dissolve it. So this is what we generally call the heat transfer method. So these are my butters, and they are melting away nice and beautiful. So I am going to set this aside as well, and then continue with my milk preparation. So I've blended my oatmeal together with my rice, and then I am now going to use it. So this is the milk that we'll be using for the soap. The oats that we use is our normal quick oats that we use for our breakfast, so nothing really technical or too complicated. So you can also use that. I just need 300 grams of the milk for this batch of soap. Fortunately for me, I have a lot of milk. I made a lot from the rice, so I am going to set some of them aside. I'm going to freeze some of them for future use. So in future, if I need to make some soap, rice and oat milk soap, I will be using this. Well, not in future. I'll be using this quite soon. But so this another way you can keep your rice milk in case you also made your milk quite plenty, so you can just freeze it and in future you can use it. Let me state this as a point of caution. You cannot use this rice milk to dissolve your lye. You cannot do that. It will solidify on you. So if you've watched my how to make the cow milk soap with a fresh cow milk, I'll link it up here. If you haven't watched it, you can have a look at that. In that soap, what I did was to freeze the milk and then use the frozen milk to make the soup, to dissolve the lye. But for the rice milk, you cannot do that. If you do that, it will solidify. Once you pour your lye in the milk, even if you do it bit by bit, it will become like a huge ball of rice pudding. So you cannot use it. So the best way to incorporate your rice and oatmeal milk into your soap is this way. Another way you can do it is to not add the oatmeal in the rice and you add it at the end. But even with that, you need to be very careful, or you have to add in a lot of water and mix it in. If not, it will solidify on you. It will become like mushy rice porridge. So do not do that. So I'm just adding my oils, my liquid oils, to my solid oils that I used the lye water to dissolve. Again, if you are using the heat transfer method and you are dissolving your butters and you realize that most of it is dissolved, it's just that with a few that are still left, a few particles or a few butters that are still not dissolved, you can always use your stick blender to smoothen everything out. So this is how everything has now emulsified. So at this stage you can add your milk. So for the rice and oatmeal milk, this is the recommended stage where you can add your milk. Okay, or you can add your milk to your oils before you add your lye water. Do not add your lye water or do not add your milk to the lye. Okay, you can also go and give it a try, and then we all make mistakes so that we can learn. So basically this is it. You see it, we have this nice beautiful creamy soup. So if it's not for the cocoa butter that made this a bit brownie, this would have been a nice creamy soup, and then it will be easy. It will be nice. But another thing about the rice and oatmeal soup is that as it sits and cures, it lightens up, so it becomes a very creamy soup. I don't have a picture. Maybe if I have a picture, I'll just show you how it looks like once it's cured for some time. So basically this is it. It's an easy way to make your soap, and like I said, this recipe is mild and it's easy. So for sensitive skin, for babies, for people with skin issues, matured skin type, people who are aging, want to have a youthful, nice glow to your skin, you might want to give this recipe a try. And because of the rice and the oats, we hope that it imparts the benefits to the soap, and then at the end of the day you will have the skin that you would want. Especially if you are in your 35 and above, you would want to start investing in products that give your skin that youthful glow, and that ensures that your skin elasticity stays as your skin stays as elastic as possible, so you don't start to age or wrinkle up. There's a lot of stress already that we are dealing with. You don't want to start adding wrinkles to your stress.
Stay a minute or just wait until one day. Can we just stay?
So we are going to just texture the top of the soap. You can do it whichever design you want. I have a signature texture, so I'm going to stick with that for this one, and then we'll cure this. I'll leave this for 24 hours. So if you are new to our channel, you are welcome to Savannah Essence. We try to be as comprehensive as possible in the things that we make. So we have a whole range of skin and hair care products or skin and hair care content for you. So we want to be a one-stop shop. So we do soap making videos, skincare videos, so creams, lotions, body butters, body scrubs, and also we do hair care. So we are how do I say it? We are self-taught, and also we schooled for most of these things. So we have diplomas in skin and hair care, and then also we we sell carrier oils and also butters at savannahessence.com. So these are some of the ways we like to stay in touch with our customers and our clients, and we also like to stay in touch with people who would want to venture into cosmetic formulation and would not know how to start. So we are just here to share the little knowledge that we have. So if you happen to stop by, and if you've watched this video up to this stage, I just want to say thank you very much. We would really appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. It helps us to grow, it helps us and motivates us to continue to make videos and content such as these to help with anybody who would want to, you know, learn how to make some of these things. So this is a simple bar soap that we all can make at home. You can make this at home. If you're a beginner, you might want to try a few things before, but you can definitely make this at home. So I really appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. If you've watched up to this stage, I would really like you to comment in the comments section. Just tell me rice milk. You can just say I love rice milk and oatmeal soap, so that I'll know that you have watched up to this stage. So if you've watched up to this stage, kindly leave in the comment section I love rice and oatmeal soap, and then we will know that you have watched up to this stage. So this is how the soap looks like. If you also teach soap making, you can always direct your students to our channel to learn, to watch a few of these. It's not a competition. We all are sharing knowledge, and if you want your people to learn, you will direct them to platforms that they can learn from. So this is a beautiful bar soap, and like I said, this will lighten up, the color will lighten up as the soap cures, and you will have this cream nice soap as it cures. And so this is a soap for people with sensitive to matured skin types, and we can all give this a try. So let me know if you've made this soap. Let me know if you've made this soap, how you think about it, or how it made your skin feel. Let me also know if you'll be trying this recipe as well. I always like it when people try the recipes and then they come back to give us feedback. People who tweak it in whichever way, people who come back and and say, oh, I tried this and it worked. And some people also say, oh, I tried this and it was a bit too drying for my skin, so I decided to do this. I decided to reduce this content, this amount of this oil, and then replace it with this. I really like that. I like people who come back and say, I tweaked the recipe a little bit. I love that. I really like that. It always gives me a lot of joy. And also those who try it out and they say, oh, I loved it. I tried it out and I loved it. I also really like that. So I'll share the recipe in the description box for those of you who want. If you've also watched up to this channel, up to this point, kindly let me know if the recipes that we share, you would like them in percentages or in grams. If you'd want them in percentages, you know, when they are in percentages, you can always go back and then reformulate it whichever way you want. If it is in grams, you would have to convert it, especially if you are not making, your oil weight is not 2,000 grams, and you now have to convert it into the size that you are using. So another way that I will know that if you've watched up to the stage is you let me know, do you want it in percentages or in grams? Share that in the comment section and I'll know that you've watched up to the stage. Thank you very much once again for staying tuned and watching this video up to this stage. If you haven't subscribed, why? Kindly subscribe, like this, and then let us know what you liked about this video. You can also share this with your friends on different platforms. Let us know. You can visit us at savannahessence.com and purchase any of these products and also give it a try. And if you want to try the soap out, we currently have some in stock, so you can also come and purchase them over there. Thank you very much for staying tuned and watching this video. I hope to see you in our next video. I hope to see you in our next video. And to all mothers, happy belated Mother's Day. I wish you nothing but the best. God bless all of you, and may the love of Christ continue to live with you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.